A standard Christmas turkey would cost you around £15 at the minimum. I'm going to show you how you can make all this, an entire Christmas dinner, for under £10. Christmas dinner. It's a huge favourite. It's probably one of my favourite meals of the entire year. I'm a fan of the homemade. I'm not a fan of pub roast dinners, never have been. I do feel I'm a bit of a self-proclaimed roast dinner expert, especially when it comes to making them at home. You can spend so much money making a Christmas dinner every year. The turkey alone costs £15, £20, £25, £30, but turkey's not the only meat. I'm not a fan of turkey, but you can actually get some pretty decent ingredients to make an amazing roast dinner. Yeah, it might be missing some Christmas elements, but a Christmas dinner is mostly an epic roast dinner, right? What ingredients did we get? Carrots, parsnips, potatoes, Brussels sprouts, garlic, bacon, stuffing, flour, and I got a chicken, because you don't need a turkey. You don't. It only cost me £9.35. We've got some lovely carrots here. Look how big these carrots are. Pretty good sized carrots, I'd say. They cost me about 25p altogether. Chop the ends off both sides of the carrot. Now everything you've got here, this big pile, what you're not doing is putting this in the bin. Get yourself a saucepan, chuck everything in the saucepan. Once you've got your carrots sorted, peeled, ready, cut them into small almost sticks. This is what we're going for. Nice big pile of carrots. Parsnips. We're looking at doing pretty much exactly the same thing as we were with the carrots, only we're going to cut them into slightly different shapes. Chop your ends off into your pan of shavings. Now I like my parsnips big, I like them chunky. Half a parsnip per person. Straight cut in half like that. Now you can divide these in half again. For the sake of this, I want them as big boys. I think they'll look prettier. We're going to cover them in water and we're going to parboil them for 4 minutes. Sprouts are one of the more annoying vegetables to prep. So all you want to do is just take them and peel off 1 or 2 gammy outer layers. Gonna score an X into it and whack it in the bowl. This can take a little while, so put some music on, pour a glass of wine, and have some fun with it. Why do you cut an X in sprouts? I don't actually know. I assume it gets more of the heat into the inner when you're either steaming, parboiling, or frying them. We got the chicken. This bad boy cost me £3.46, and we're gonna get so much meat off him. And he's just, look at him. He's a good looking chicken. £3.46, 1.6 kilos. Now, as always, I did not include oil on the shopping list. It's only going to cost you an extra £2 if you get oil from somewhere like Poundland. So I'm using oil. You definitely do need to. But if you don't have oil at home already, kind of surprised. Just get a load on and you just want to massage it in. Same with salt and pepper. If you don't have salt and pepper, then just go and get some. But we're going to do a nice sprinkling of salt and pepper, help crisp the skin up, bring out some of that flavor. And I promise you, simple as that, you are gonna have a perfect chicken. That goes in at 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit for 40 minutes per kilogram. This bad boy is 1.6 kilos. So that's about an hour and 5 minutes, but you always add an extra 20 minutes into it as well. So this has been an hour and 25 minutes for this, and we'd have to incorporate about a half an hour rest period into it as well. I'm not done with the chicken yet. I'm lucky in which I have a load of fresh herbs in my garden. Yes, it's herbs, not herbs. There is an H in there. I don't know why you Americans say herbs. If you want to pick this up from the store, honestly, it's only going to cost you an extra 60p or so. It's not going to break the bank. In fact, if you brought the time, this meal would still cost you under a tenner. But that's still not all that we're going to do with the chicken. Pigs and blankets may be traditional, they're a luxury. Again, get them if you want. You don't need them for this. But you can get stuffing for 45p. And like you stuff a turkey, I'm gonna stuff our bird. It's just a standard stuffing mix. You can make your own stuffing. That's a video for another day. But this, and I got it everywhere, of course I did. But this, great stuff. Literally, put it in a bowl, cover it with water, Stir it up. Remember, follow your packet instructions. This one asks for 400 milliliters of boiling water, so that's what we're giving it. And just like that, you have stuffing. I've got to say, this veggie stock you want to get on as soon as possible. So all of those carrot trimmings, the parsnip trimmings, any veg trimmings you've got, Brussels sprouts, put them in here. Fully cover it with water right up to the top, because this will reduce, and you're literally just going to put it on a hob pretty much until the chicken comes out of the oven, or beef, or lamb, or turkey, whatever you're cooking, but until that comes out of the oven. And we're going to stuff the bird. So you're just going to get nice handfuls of your stuffing and shove it as far in the bird as you can possibly get it. We're looking like that right now. What do you reckon? Should we get another couple of handfuls in there till he's really fit to bursting? What a thing of beauty. Now if you can, get yourself one of these. This is a meat rack. Put your meat on it, in your baking tray, all of the drippings drip off it. You can use those for gravy, you can use those for raised potatoes. Anyway, I got this at Pro Cook for like £5, if that, something like that. So our bird sits on top of it like this, and we are ready for the oven. Potato time, and you guessed it, we're back to peeling. Now these peels are not peels that you want to go putting into your vegetable stock. It's so starchy, it's not going to be very nice. You should be able to get 8 out of each large potato. These are just loose baking potatoes. I know a lot of people get like King Edwards or Maris Pipers or things like that. I just, you know, anything works. Anything works. You're still going to get amazing roasties. Once you got them done, again, into the bowl. You can reuse the same one. You don't need to wash it up. It's all fine. And we're going to cover that with water, dunk a load of salt in it. Those are going to go for a parboil for 5-6 minutes again. Next up, you're going to do something quite simple. You're just going to heat some oil up in a pan, because we are just going to prep our carrots. We've got our garlic press here. Get all your garlic in, and we're going to press it all in. Just for a minute, not too long. I probably cooked parsnips a little bit too much, but once we're done, we're going to take our little mixture we just made, and quite simply, we're just going to drizzle it over everything. It's a really nice way to get a lot of good flavour. And once it's all on there, you are going to want to give it a nice stir to get everything nice and coated and tasty. And there you go, honestly, these are going to be some of the best roast carrots and roast parsnips you have. These are going to take about 40 minutes altogether. So you're going to be putting them in the oven about 10 to 20 minutes before the chicken comes out. Get a pan like this. We're going to put our potatoes in there. And yes, that is a bit of rosemary. We're then going to drown, well not drown, but put a good amount of oil in there. Good crack of salt, pepper, the rest of your herbs if you have them. If you don't, again, not necessary at all. But if you want to splash out a little bit more than your £10, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to stop you. And finally, that flour we bought, we actually want to use a little bit of it here, just a decent pinch, or a couple of pinches. And shake like you mean it. We're going to put them in the air fryer. They'll be going in at 200 for about 30 minutes. Now, if you're then missing your pigs in blankets, you can do some makeshift ones. Chop this bacon into 3, take your sausage, put it on the end, wrap it up, and you have little makeshift stuffing in a blanket. All right, chicken's done, and all we want to do is rest it. So we're just going to grab our tin foil, wrap it up in here, and we're going to do our Brussels sprouts and bacon and our gravy while everything else finishes off. Not going to be long, and we're going to be eating. So first things first, for the sprouts, we're gonna cook all our bacon and just get it going. We want as much of the bacon grease and fat off this as we can possibly get. Let it do its thing and cook up. While that's going on, we are going to sort our gravy out. So we're going to turn the heat on. We're going to start just by adding a little bit of flour. So once it starts bubbling a little bit, this is what our flour is mainly going to be used for. All of that lovely chicken fat. We're going to make a bit of a roux with the flour that we bought. Just want to get it all spread around. Once the bacon gets nice, we're going to put these in. Probably could have used a bigger pan for this. And literally let those go. Cover them up, let them sit for about 5 to 6 to 7 minutes. Once your flour's cooked off a bit, this is where we're going to start using our vegetable stock. Start pouring a good amount in there. And then we want to mix it up and start combining. And we keep doing it until it thickens up. A little bit of salt. Good amount of pepper. Now the veg has 5 minutes. The roast potatoes have 5 minutes. Once they're done, all you need to do, put them on lovely serving plates and put in the middle of the table, ready for everyone to serve. So, let's do just that. I made this to try and inspire you. I hope it shows that you can still make an amazing roast dinner, Christmas dinner, whatever you want to call it. We've still got little pigs in blankets kind of things, which taste exceptional, by the way. You can do all of this for under a tenner. You want a few extras? Add an extra tenner in there, buy a little bit more, make it for more people. What you got? I think it's pretty amazing. I'm really impressed with this. I'm gonna tuck in now. I'm gonna eat it. It's 7:30 on a Sunday and I'm bloody starving. I know Carolina is too. We're gonna eat this. And that is me totaled. And there's still so much left.